Hola, beautiful people. It's me, Maris, and I hope you're having a most wonderful Wednesday. I am. It's been one of those really serene days. I put a video on for my dogs. That's like has this really soothing music, and then it'll go into Indian flute music, and then some drumming for a little bit. That's real soft, and then it'll go back into like the soothing music, and it's got all of these different animals, like farm animals on it. And my house has just been so mellow with that. So I just decided that I wanted to do a reading today, kind of pop in the middle of the week. And I'm using the Earth Warriors Oracle deck by Elena Fairchild. I call it my Carlos Santana deck. I really, okay, already talking. I really like the colors in it. The images speak pretty loudly. So I enjoy utilizing that, this particular deck. And that's the one that I'm going to use today. And kind of waiting for everybody to kind of check in before I smudge so that we all can take advantage of the smudge. I'm going to be using Palo Santo. That was ethically and with integrity harvested from limbs that had fallen to the ground. Come on, speak to us. So when you do me a big favor today and love this video, comment where you're watching from or something cool. If you have a question, comment, anything you would like to add. And then share this. That would be super cool if you would share this. Helps with the algorithm. So I like loving the video and also making comments on the videos help push us up in the algorithm for other people to see. So, all right. Oh, goodness. Okay. All right. So I had some go to the side here. And then I have that. I guess that, yeah, like that. That's how that goes. All right. So I'm going to be using some Palo Santo. I like Palo Santo. I call it the Quickie. It's great for positive mood, positive intentions. Like if somebody's come through and they've got some blah on their vibration, I like to kind of use the Palo afterwards. And it's just a great way to kind of perk up the place. And we've got these cards are the ones that we'll be reading from today. And so I'm going to kind of bless these particular ones. I know it was kind of like, why didn't I do the whole deck? I don't know why I didn't do the whole deck, but I wanted to ensure that the ones that did come through are blessed with the Palo Santo. So I'm going to let that kind of burn there to the side. So let's begin our reading. And again, we are using the Earth Warriors Oracle deck by Elena Fairchild. And this is our first card and the energy that's coming through. And we are talking about Spirit of the Warrior. And I really got a lot of inspiration kind of feeling with that. I don't know what that one thing is right there. Oh, there we go. All right. I feel like there's a lot of inspiration coming through that drives us to the forefront. Inspiration coming through that drives us to go to the forefront. Maybe not so much to be in the limelight, but the front lines, to get into the thick of things, or I don't want to say middle of things, I want to say the thick of things. Because sometimes when we hear like to be in the middle of something, it has a negative vibration, and that's not what I'm feeling. to be in the thick of it, to be in the groove of it, to be in the nucleus where things are happening. That's what I'm feeling on that first card. And then the second card is the medicine horse. And the medicine horse, on the obstacle aspect, has to do with progress on the path. And what I'm looking at is there's two things that are kind of striking me. This right over here, and it looks like it's almost in a grid like shape, so it's something very specific. And I notice that it's over the crown. Her eyes are closed, and then the jewel of like where the third eye would be looks like it's glowing. So I'm going to say what I'm feeling on this is that we are still in the download phase, where you're kind of getting this connection in from above, from divine consciousness, the universal life force, and you're still downloading. Even though you were chomping at the bit, and that's kind of like a horse metaphor there, to be on that forefront, your obstacle is that you're still downloading. You're still receiving important information, guidance, guidance, discretion, discernment on what's going on for you and how it's going to be affecting you. Now, what is interesting is that we have Hoso, which is the beauty way of the Navajo, upside down. Yes, upside down in our help. And what I'm getting through there is like a filter. Kind of like when you have to wear those like sunglasses, those kind of funny different looking glasses that you would wear in order to see a 3D movie appropriately, like where one lens is red and the other one is blue. Because without those 3D glasses, all you're seeing is very flat images and there's something missing. Well, this right over here is stating that you're still wearing or you're not wearing those 3D glasses, and it's something that you would probably need to remove the filters and then allow those lenses to allow you to see things much more in a much more clarified, or with much more clarity in that. So that's kind of, like, yeah, here's your here's your holdback and here's your help. Okay, yeah, you're still on downloads and you're still kind of in that two-dimensional. You haven't put on those particular lenses that allow you to see things with greater detail and discernment. With greater detail and discernment. All right, the next card that's in here is the Kuntur Yahak, and this is about blessings of the son of Hanapacha. So I'm going to say this in a kind of more of a metaphorical, well, maybe not metaphorical. You haven't done your pilgrimage. You haven't done a spiritual retreat, a spiritual journey, something that takes you into a sense of rawness that you can actually totally connect in with what's going on in your life, what you're working on, what you need to change with. So it's like sometimes we need to stop and take a break from the world around us and go out in nature and totally reveal who you are in a rawness. I was going to say totally undressed, but I'm like, oh my God, please don't get arrested for taking off all your clothes. Because that's not really what I meant. It's kind of like that spiritual and that emotional and that mental release and letting go of things. That you come into a sense of pureness and meaning pureness, going back to the basic, just like when you're a baby and you come in and you're ready to be molded and moved into some good zone. Now, I really like this card because this is going to be reinforcing a little bit of this energy. And I was like, ooh, Mr. Sunshine's really starting to come through. Let me... Okay. All right. Yeah, that helps a little bit. Okay, so what we're looking at here on this particular card, and I'm just going to bring it up here, Pueo is a guardian of the Amuqua. And what we're looking at in here is that knowledge, that wisdom. And I'm going to say this in a, this is knowing and being able to connect in with the three levels. Okay, so, or the three earths. We have the upper, or I guess, or the upper realm. We have the middle, which is, earth, where our feet are. And then we have the underworld. And in that underworld is a lot of what I'm going to call those things that we hide, those things that we hold back on. Those things that we want sometimes to put into a denial, that underworld, that lower world. It is very, very primitive in energy and primitive in nature. And this allows us, this particular energy right in here, allows us that discernment to be able to be in the upper world, to be in the middle world, and to be in the lower world. And be able to, I'm going to use the word function, and to be able to function effectively as well as safely protected. All right, so the next energy that's coming in, because we're coming up to the closing, is where is this all leading us to? Where is this leading us to? And this is where it's leading us to in here. When we look at this, this is Mayu, and this is Soma from the galactic heart. Now, when we think of the word Soma, it is that body. It is that physical realm. It is the physical realm as it is experienced in a spiritual manner. It is in also, I love how the little rainbows keep showing up in this. And it is also in this heart center that we see is glowing, that it allows that body, that mind, and that spirit to come together as one. To come together as one. Now, the end result here is the Kanyini, and that is in each other we find ourselves. So I look at this as a sense of community and coming together, that we are accepted and loved in our raw form because our raw form is authentic and works within integrity. This is about really coming into your sense of being your true self, and I totally dig that vibration. So is letting go, yes, letting go of what doesn't really benefit or doesn't define what our path is and where we're going, what we want to do, who we want to be. So we're even getting this in through my wonderful Carlos Santana deck on the Earth Warriors Oracle by Elena Fairchild. There's just such a strong energy that's coming in that's talking about change. And in that change, we become authentic and true to what we are, who we are, and how we vibrate in this energetic field. So I'm kind of excited about that. It's a cool reading. So I hope you enjoyed it. So do me a great big favor. Please love this video. On that little thing where it says like, love, love this video. Comment something really awesome. And then share the video. It helps to boost the algorithm. Facebook charges, small independent creators such as myself a lot of money to post this up on Facebook when we go through to boost it. But we also discovered that things like your stars, when you give us stars, helps boost our algorithm. When you love the video, it boosts it even higher.